This is Taugrim, and you are watching my second Warrior Rift PvP video. I'm still running a one-handed Riftblade Paladin spec. It offers pretty good survivability and very good damage as well. In this Codex Warfront battleground, this is the level 20 to 29 bracket, and I am only level 21, so I'm toward the bottom end of that bracket. So keep that in mind as you're watching this footage. So here, as I approach my target from range, I apply freeze armor for the snare, and then get fiery burst up for the dot, and then apply Rift Surge. Rift Surge is a really powerful ability. It's on a 10-second cooldown, and what it does is apply a debuff to our target so that when our target casts spells, it will inflict damage on them. Or it really uses any ability. It doesn't have to be a caster, it can be a melee, range DPS, etc. So here I build up to 3 attack points using Flame Spear, cast Rift Surge, and then get the kill there with Rift Surge as the target is I think trying to heal himself as he's getting away. So you can hear another voice in the background. That's my friend Nathan. We're talking on Skype. He's not actually in this Warfront, but he's a gaming blogging friend I know from a couple games back. So we're actually playing on the same server now, which is pretty cool, even though he lives in the UK. So here you can see as I'm strafing away, I use Stone Shield, which is a defensive ability that causes the next attack to miss. And here I'm strafing away from my opponents, trying to keep a forward facing so that I get as many blocks as possible. And the blocks are good because they allow me to proc the retaliation ability, which I just used right there, and it provides some nice physical damage, instant cast burst off the global cooldown and for a very low power cost. So I burn this target down here, switch over to this caster, and you see Rift Surge crits there for 263, and then that opponent dies from an elemental touch proc after Rift Surge. And then right here, boom, I smack my opponent with an aggressive block, shield ability, and then the target dies from the elemental touch that procs afterwards. So elemental touch is a really cool proc ability. What it does is it adds a static amount of air damage for every ability that I use. So here I used Bull Rush to close a gap to get up the hill against this caster here, and then he punts me away, which turns out to be something I need to pay attention to positionally. And then here the caster is getting healed, so there's no chance of me killing either target in this 1v2 here, so I need to get off this rock and back down into line of sight so I can get healed up. This was a pug battleground, but thankfully there were some pretty solid healers in this Warfront on our side. So here you can see I get punted down into a very bad situation over by the statue flag point. So in a moment here I'm going to get attacked 1v4, and the CC effects you can see in this game are really, really good. I'll talk about that in a second. So I get 3 attack points up, apply Rift Surge, and I'm bursting my target pretty hard and get him down to 22 damage, but he manages to get healed up. So almost caught him there, but it was just simply outnumbered. So yeah, the CC effects in this game are pretty sweet. You can hear ringing when you get stunned in your ears. Right here you can see I was strafing left and I remembered about the punt ability, and so I cut back to the right just in time, and I got punted up against the wall instead of off the cliff, which would have been very bad. So in this game, because of knockback abilities, I call them punts, you really got to watch your positioning. So close the gap to this opponent here, get punted again. Yeah, go ahead and help burn that target down, and then trying to cap this flag here, and then you'll notice a second I know there's some opponents sitting up on the rocks. The trading here is a lot of fun. I mean, this battleground is basically like an Arathi Basin from World of Warcraft, except there's a lot more terrain considerations in this game, a lot of rocks and outcroppings and such, so it allows for a lot of line of sight games, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we've got the Codex node locked down pretty well, so we're pushing over to statue now with some strength in numbers here and really pushing them. So, as a Riftblade, I can apply some pretty good DPS from range, but my best DPS is going to come when I get close to opponents and get the benefit of my auto attacks, but especially procs such as retaliation from blocks where I can use them to hit targets. So the nice thing, it's both a good thing and a bad thing. Riftblade doesn't really scale with stats, and in my opinion that's a fine thing. Gives me pretty good damage output regardless of my gear, and I think at higher levels what I plan to do if I continue playing the spec is simply stack endurance and crit, so that I'll have a nice healthy hit point pool to work with, and then have a lot of crits for the crit based procs and self-healing. So You can see even though I'm at level 21 here, I managed to finish second overall in the battleground for killing blows, and then third for damage. And really, my gear right now is nothing special. It's just mostly quest gear, a couple craftables, and then rewards from the PvP and what do they call it, the source shard turn-ins. So I'll have more videos. Please check out my blog. I'm going to post my macros there, and let me know if you have any questions.